What is up, you beautiful motherfuckers? Welcome back to the Astrodex channel, and Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to everyone out there. My Christmas morning has been amazing so far. It's been pretty good, and I wanted to sit down and record a new video. And today it's an episode of Inbox on Christmas Day. Wow. If you want to send me any questions or you want to ask for any advice or give some advice like this person did, then just the link is in the description. It's a Google form. It's completely anonymous, and you get to pick what game I play too. But we're gonna jump right into the video. Also, before we do, check out the new footage, capture card. Wow, I'm finally able to record in higher definitions, and hopefully soon I'll be able to just start live recording while I'm playing the game, instead of just going back and voicing over it. But yeah, let's get into today's inbox. My advice: learn to appreciate the small things in life. I think the wording of my inbox made it believe that people should give their own advice, but really it was meant to be worded as ask for advice. But I'm glad that this person kind of put a spin on it, even if it was probably unintentional. And that's to learn to appreciate the small things in life. As somebody who has an almost crippling feeling of needing to succeed, the pressure of needing to succeed, it stresses me out a lot. And it's also my perfectionism as well has made it very difficult to appreciate things in life, especially when it comes to things like this channel. I'm a very bad perfectionist, and I have yet to think I have made a good video. Um, and and uh, and that also translates into things like my art and my music. And it just the stress of needing to be quote unquote perfect or to be successful, I guess, makes it difficult to appreciate the things in life that you should. And I guess you should just learn to appreciate the smaller things in life. Appreciate that it's nice outside that day, or that you had a good morning where you just, just something to really cling on and to make that your good impression for the day. And that was just my advice with that. And there was one other inbox that I wanted to look at, and it'll be the main topic of this video. And it's, what is your opinions on online cringe culture? Now this was a question I kind of had to think about for a second. And as an openly queer person on the internet, and growing up with the internet, with unrestricted internet access, I was part of that cringe crowd. Like I was the one making the cringy videos, that me and my friends still laugh at to this day because my videos are bad. But just I was a part of that crowd. And I don't think I was ever actively bullied for being cringe online, at least. In person, I definitely was. But, you know, I've been a victim of it, but I've also been on the other side because, I do take a laugh out of cringe culture from time to time. I do think it's funny in some circumstances. So, I think cringe culture overall is a harmful thing, like just simply of how it is enacted. But like I think some things that are in cringe culture, maybe people shouldn't be doing that. And bullying isn't the answer in a lot of cases, but I feel like in some cases, bullying someone out of a habit or doing something that is clearly harmful or not moral, is for the better, and I do believe in that. But you know, and that gets into the topic of just cringe culture in general, where people are like, um, sorry, Theon. Jesus, I don't know what my deal is. Oh, I completely lost track of time. People are scared to be themselves now because of cringe culture, and I think that that is a very harmful, like, it's a very harmful thing to be afraid of because cringe culture is a harmful thing, and I will not argue that because it is clearly a harmful thing and it hurts people and people get bullied for it. I think that instead of being worried about being persecuted by cringe culture and being bullied, you should be yourself. I talked about this in a previous video about bullies, and it really is just like, don't be afraid of what other people think of you. I'm assuming it's going to be young people who are still in school watching this video. Those people, if you are bullied, those people who pick on you in middle school or high school, they're not gonna remember you. Like that cringe thing you did that one time, I don't know, maybe you like did fucking cosplay poses at lunch in like fifth grade in front of the whole class. No one's people might remember that, but like, do you really care about what those people think about you? Like, say you're like an adult. Are you really still caring about what those kids in fifth grade thought of you when you fucking, I don't know, you did a little fucking, I don't even know, you like did anime posing or whatever. You like, baka, like whatever. You did something cringe. You did something cringe. Why would you still care about what those people from 7 years ago think of you now simply because of a cringe thing you did? And embarrassment isn't something you can just get rid of. I talk about it like it's easy, but it's not. You can't just get rid of embarrassment. Like I still feel very embarrassed for things that I did in the past. But, I don't let it bother me as much because, again, why would I care about what those people think of me when I don't hold them in high regard? I guess that was the message I was trying to say. Is that, yeah, that's the message. I'm like fumbling over my words. Um, that you shouldn't care about what people think of you if you don't hold them in high regard. It shouldn't matter that much to you. And that's my words of wisdom for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed today's inbox. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the part of the video where I just plug. I have a Twitter and I have a SoundCloud. You should go check those out. They are linked on my channel, but I'll also link them in the description. And also go submit to the inbox. I love making these videos and I want to answer more questions. But that's going to be all for me today, and I'll talk to you guys later.